Welcome to the go-to show.
Why that boy just wanna play with me? Like I don't wanna keep that K on me. You was the worm, keep that bait on me. Killing my combo so fatally. Yeah. Ballin' like I am Bojack. Sometimes I think too much, wish that I think less. When you lie to me, that is not English. I don't understand. I must admit that you was the best. Fuck the rest. I don't see nobody, yeah, fuck the rest. But I can't stop, no, I don't fuck with rest. Yeah, on the real, wish I thought of you less. On the real, wish I fucked you less. Thought you was real, cause the things you said. Thought you was real, cause you ain't invade my checks. Thought you was my future, but you're my ex. Nowadays, got a side chick on side chick. They keep hacking my iPhone, about to get a sidekick. But I don't like to stand up, told that girl to ride it. America, me buy it, go yard, buy it. Philly Lim, buy it. Rick Owens, buy it. Off-White, buy it. Even though I don't got buy it. Feet long, tatted on, if you thought I was lying. Girl, you need a back, or you need some try. Nowadays, got a side chick on side chick. They keep hacking my iPhone, about to get a sidekick. But I don't like to stand up, told that girl to ride it. America, me buy it, go yard, buy it. Philly Lim, buy it. Rick Owens, buy it. Off-White, buy it. Even though I don't got buy it. Feet long, tatted on, if you thought I was lying. Girl, you need a back, or you need some try. And if it is a problem, my niggas riding, no my niggas sliding, turn it to a riot. I fucked her in a SLX, you fucked her in a high-end. Ain't nothing wrong with that, I'm just a little more high-end. Nowadays, got a side chick on side chick. They keep hacking my iPhone, about to get a sidekick. But I don't like to stand up, told that girl to ride it. America, me buy it, go yard, buy it. Philly Lim, buy it. Rick Owens, buy it. Off-White, buy it. Even though I don't got buy it. Feet long, tatted on, if you thought I was lying. Girl, you need a back, or you need some try. Yeah, how you do like that, Uzi? 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 How you do like that, Uzi?
Short of the bunkers. I think he's going to be a little bit surprised that this ball ended up going as far right as it did. And there's a tree that overhangs the second shot that gave him a little bit of a problem. But the fact is, he's in position.
Listen,
he needs to make a
everybody
five
listen to this.
Because Brooks Koepka had a great look at birdie to make it a one-shot lead, but was unable to convert. So that meant Tiger had 5 for the win.
Yeah, it's obviously he would have loved to finish off walking down, waving at everybody, but he's got it up there short right, below the hole. All he's got to do is get the ball up on the green, and he plays a nice, safe, smart third shot. He doesn't go directly at the hole location. He goes out to the right, so if he hits it a little bit too hard, the slope is going to stop it. So this is a perfect play, a perfectly well-thought-out shot. All he needs to do now is 2-putt from there, and his 5th green jacket goes in his locker.
And again, calm, centered. His family beginning to think it's almost here. I thought he made this one.
So did he. So did he. He wanted to go out the right way.
He was ready to give you that fist pump. That's all right. It just allows the drama to build a little further. And inside 2 feet up the hill.
In fact, he never broke a smile. He never...
Not once. Until...
showed any reaction. Now the next 15 minutes is absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
Jim Nantz, in 97, called it a win for the ages.
Win of
So
the
is this
ages.
one. Different age, 43. Joe LaCava, his caddy, a great guy, a great sports fan, a guy who's been a rock for him during the years. And then this is the moment. Andy, avert your eyes. I'm going to need you for the rest of the segment. I can't have you be in a puddle up here, but it's hard not to. There's Charlie. There's Tita. His daughter Sam. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it either. It's just a guy who's been through a lot. And, again, a lot of it was self-inflicted. But there's a level of respect among peers. Look at that. Look at the star-studded receiving line. Thomas, Fowler, Bubba, Xander Schauffele playing well again. There's Brooks. Hey, Brooks. Tiger waited for Brooks at Bell Reeve. Brooks for him, waiting for him here. Ian Poulter, another great one. Another champion there. Bear had a long way to do. Show respect, and then there it is. Slide that jacket back on. With the mock turtleneck and the green jacket, it's like old times at Augusta National.
Good morning, everybody. This is the Go-To Show podcast experience. What a beautiful Monday morning, even though it's raining. Tiger Woods won his 5th green jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the win of the ages, if we could say, for sports, because poor Tiger had a big scandal, lost everything. In my opinion, lost everything, lost all faith in fans because people thought he was so good. He was so, the ultimate athlete, changed the sport forever. No, big scandal, got into big trouble. Now he won, and what a way to win. What a way to win. Here's a cool fact. Tiger, when he plays on Sunday, always wears red. I didn't know that. Now, every Sunday he plays golf, he wears red. And Tiger, every time he has won any one of his major titles, so out of, I think it's 81 or 82 with this one, I think, out of the 82 wins he has, not once has he taken a penny from his winnings. He's donated every single penny, which is very honorable in my opinion, because the winnings of a golf tournament are a lot. Even if you finish 20th, it is a humongous sum. Everyone makes money in a golf tournament. It's pretty. It's really cool. It's something to really consider. So on today's podcast, I'm very excited because today's going to be our very first informational podcast where we're going to go deep into statistics, deep into the actual numbers of things. Today's subject is going to be about social media and how social media marketing, ads, and so on are the major go-to right now because of the numbers. The numbers say it all. If you look at the social media stats for the top social media apps or social branded apps, it is ridiculous. It is. The numbers are to the point that if you're not on it, you're doing something wrong. You're falling behind. You're instead of having tires on your wheels, it's just normal wooden wheels. Like you're not getting with the times. You're behind if you're still marketing with emails. It's reduced its efficiency like crazy. These companies of social media, their marketing has gone up by 70% in the last year. It has gone up by 240% in the last 3 years. Minimum, the amount of money in revenue they've been making. So, and I'm not only talking about the businesses, I'm talking about also the people in the revenue. At the beginning when they launched, the amount per user making through ads social media was $14. Now people who use social media for ads per user on social media, it is equal to $32. So each person on average is making $32 if they're averaging marketing every day, which is a very, very good number considering some people are not making money off of it, and obviously other people are making more than that. But it's an average saying that after all the fake accounts, the number of actual accounts of all the social media accounts, which is in the billions, and people are making $32 each. That's a pretty crazy average, but we're going to go deeper in those averages. What we're going to mainly talk about today, it's very simple. We're going to talk about the top 3 social media. Well, I talk about the top 3 social media marketers, which is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. YouTube is high up in there, but it's mainly the content. It's not ads. It's you make money off of the content itself. So you could have ads on YouTube, but you're making money off of a whole 30-minute content as to a 10-second commercial. you make money because that's what you want people to look at is your videos, your music videos. Music videos, I think, counts for over 80% of people's revenue on YouTube. It's actually crazy, but we're gonna go into more in depth with that. So yeah, the top three, what I think are Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Simply because of how the platforms impact the world, how they impact how you could do business. So whether it's a product, a service, or if it's basically investments, capital return, whatever you want to call it. These three are mainly the top. As I would put YouTube up there. I would take YouTube and Twitter and maybe flip them around on certain days, depending on how much money on that day they made and how much money people have made. It very varies. But besides that, the other top three. So the top three line number one. So it's like the primary. Would be Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And then my top three secondary would be LinkedIn, Snapchat, and YouTube. Why? Because LinkedIn is coming up. We're going to explain a lot more of what LinkedIn can do. Why is LinkedIn a good choice if you're in a certain business? Because of its professional attitude, the way it's very professional, way you could get your professional point across. You don't want to be a doctor or a lawyer on Facebook. It's just, I don't know, in my opinion, it's a bit, there's too much content on there that is not serious enough for that type of job. Psychologist, very professional people, engineer. Why would you, post content on Facebook when there's going to be engineering, when people are trying to look at, the hottest girl or the show and clips of motivational speakers and stuff and that, and they want to see sports clips, but why would they listen to someone who's very serious? So LinkedIn is revolutionizing in that way. Snapchat is just simply because videos are doing so much better than pictures, and Snapchat is just videos. Well, yeah, you could send a picture, but it's an animated picture. Anyone's picture on Snapchat either has a drawn on it, it's an AR, it's I don't know how to explain it. There's a certain engagement with the picture, so it's like a video. It's not just a picture. As to Instagram, where you have a picture or a video, or you have a story. So with that being said, obviously videos are doing so much better than pictures. In the last 3 years, there was a rise of 40% more than in the last 20 years of videos than compared to pictures. So think about it. In the last 3 years, there's more videos than in there's 40% more videos than in the last 20 years. I'm going to explain each social platform. So out of all those platforms, I'm going to give you a big depth into, a little stats of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Snapchat, and YouTube. I'm going to also give you which one, depending on the stats is a good example to use for this and that. What does the platform give that's most effective? Where is it that it's most profitable? Either the web or phone, for you to do certain things on these platforms. I'm going to explain that also. When should you post on the platforms? I'll give you my opinion on that. And will it give... I would like you guys to give your own opinion. If you guys could go on social media, at Twitter, at the Go-To Show. If you want to DM me on Facebook page, leave us a post. On Instagram, leave us a comment. Or on Snapchat, you can add us and talk to us. We are very involved with our social media, so at the Go-To Show. And you could be listening to this later on after the recording is going to be on SoundCloud, on Anchor, on Spotify. We are being... checked right now for a podcast of Apple. We submitted our request. It's going to be a for sure, but they're still on the submitting with the request. It actually took a long time. I guess it was because of the weekend. Castbox, and we will be on video platforms when we do video contenting. We will be on YouTube and Twitch for live. So let's get into this. Facebook. Number one, Facebook, the big monster. Just to explain to you how important a company is, when you launch your IPO, and your IPO raises $16 billion, which makes you the third largest in US history. That's pretty crazy. Mr. Zuckerberg was a young man when he started this, young, brilliant idea, which revolutionized social media for the rest of times. In my opinion, it has been developing humongously fast, and I feel like it is very cool what they're capable of doing, and I can't wait to see what they're going to be doing, simply because you know how businesses work. They already know right now what they're going to be posting or giving us as a product in the next 2 years. They're constantly innovating, and it shows because they always come out with something new, and it's amazing. Facebook is now is the fourth most valuable brand in the world with a value of $94.8 billion. That is humongous. That's man, they can give me a couple of dollars if they want. It has spent well over $22.4 billion buying competitors such as Instagram, WhatsApp, and Oculus, and much more. Facebook has more than 33,000 employees. And here's a funny thing. Mark Zuckerberg's salary is only $1. He only gets paid $1 to run Facebook. But his net worth is $55.6 billion. I wouldn't complain. I probably wouldn't even take the dollar. I'd work for free at that point. But I guess he has to still put himself on the payroll so he could claim expenses and so on and so forth, I guess, for his jet fuel and stuff like that. No? That's a joke. It's a joke. It's cool so he could focus his money on other things. It's actually a very noble act, in my opinion. So there's 2.2 billion monthly active users as of 2018. Over 1 billion of those are on mobile. 1.4 billion daily active users. So, just with that number, it shows you how important and how many people you could get to with your product. If you invest the time, money, and patience, like we say, reps, REP. You got to repetitively execute patience. This is patience. You got to post posts in every major city, and then at some point, if you have the money and you dedicate that, let's go, man. It's just getting out there. It's how do you explain this to someone who hasn't done it? I've tried it and used it, and you could reach numerous amount of people. You just got to put 50 cents, and you could reach 300 people. If you don't have 300 followers, 300 people still saw your business. And at some point, with a repetitive execution of you giving out content, the patience will, at one point, give you fruit, as we say. It's just like a business. You can't always expect people to just right away, oh, your business idea is the best. I'm going to get, here's $1,000. And every person and you're going to get rich in a month. You have to get time, it's patience, it's execution, it's repetitively doing the right thing, having the right ideas, executing the right ideas. So, Facebook really shows that, and it's crazy. 47% of Facebook users only use the platform through mobile. It's just the percentage for that. 83% of parents on Facebook are friends with their children. I thought it would be lower. That's cool. 6 new profiles every second. That's 500,000 new users every day. 68% of US adults use Facebook. 51% of it is several times a day. 26% of the online population use Facebook. So if anyone in the world, worldwide, this is worldwide, 26% of internet users, or online population as we call it, they use Facebook. That is a humongous amount of people. Facebook accounts for 62% of social logins made by consumers to sign into apps, websites, and publishers and brands. Just think about that in a second. So if you focus your time on Facebook and you make an app, your customers, there's 62% of the customers on your app will sign in with their Facebook account. So that's a humongous number compared to people that were on the internet 4 years ago. You know, Facebook takes up to 22% of internet time America's spends on mobile devices, compared to 11%, which is Google and YouTube combined only make 11%. So Facebook doubles these two. So it's 4 times more than Google searches and 4 times more YouTube combined. That's the internet time. That is humongous. Users spend 20 minutes per day on the website. So 20 minutes per day, every user on Facebook, daily users, that's how much time they spend. In a month, the user will like 10 posts, make 4 comments, and click on 8 ads. So right there, it shows you that people don't really engage that much in social media, but what they do is that they give you their attention. And just like Gary Vee says, is that he's trying to captivate your attention. You know, with your attention, I could maybe get you to buy my product. With your attention, I can maybe get the views. With your attention, I can maybe conform you to a certain idea. You understand? Nowadays, it's all about attention. It's all about what you do with that attention that the consumer gives you. So Facebook obviously does an amazing job of that. Here's a cool fact. Hive, which is Facebook's data warehouse, has over 300 petabytes of data. Facebook now generates 4 new petabytes of data per day. Holy crap. Facebook now sees 100 million hours of daily video watch time. Just to explain to you how much it's getting up there. It's humongously rising. And videos is probably the new ad way. You can't put an ad as a picture. It's not going to work anymore. And the ads that force you to watch them are also very key, because you know it forces the person to look at it. 4 million likes every minute. There are 4 million likes every minute. More than 250 billion photos have been uploaded to Facebook. Ridiculous. That's 350 million photos per day. Which is not that much, actually, if you think about it. It's like a selfie a day. 60 million active business pages. Okay, this is the marketing statistics. The 2 billion people that can be reached through Facebook and ads. There's over 2 billion people. 60 million active business pages. So what you're telling me that all these people work for companies and there's only 60 million active businesses? Come on. There has to be more than that. But only 6 million of those businesses pay to be active advertisers. So only 10% of the people that are on Facebook pay for ads. So if you're a company right now, that shows you that there's a lot of space for your stuff to be shown. There's 90% of people out there, businesses of competition, that don't use it. 10% uses it, and probably these are the biggest companies because they have the money to do it. But they have a lot of money, so their drive and their reach is a lot more. On another episode, we're going to show you also how to do these ads. You know, because as I was doing the ads myself, I found that the ads are very complicated, that there's a lot of tricks to them. Not meaning tricks that there's, you could waste your money, but tricks that you could make it more efficient. You can make, I don't even know if that's possible, but you can make it much, much more efficient for yourself. But it lowers the, it lowers your reach, but it concentrates more on what you want to focus on. You know, if your business is surrounded by purses, you go and attack girls. You attack girls that are looking for new purses with that kind of design, with that color in that area, with that type of job, that use that type of phone. That, you know, if you're a phone case company, then you could attack people that are on you know, those type of phones. So if you only have phone cases for iPhone, well, then you could just target that. You don't have to worry about targeting the Samsungs and wasting an ad on a Samsung user with an iPhone case. You could just go for the iPhone case, people, and whatever case you have, you only have 6, 7, 8, because you have no more 5, 4. And then you just take away the 5 4s. You just put 6, 7, 8, and the X and the XR. It's really cool. We're gonna have that in another episode. But today is gonna simply be statistics, just to convince you. And these are the numbers. You know, let's talk numbers. Numbers talk. So Facebook claimed 19% of 70 billion spent on mobile advertisement. This is in 2015. Now they spent over 140 billion on advertising. 75% of brands will pay to promote posts. In 2015, Facebook's average advertising revenue per user was $11.96, and by 2018, now it is gone up to $22.34. 49% of users like Facebook pages to support a brand they like. So, if you're a brand, 1 out of 2 people, so 49 out of 100 people, almost 1 out of 2, so I'm going to say 49 out of 100. 49 out of 100 people will like your business to support your brand if they use your brand. So if 100 people use your brand, 49 of them will like your post. So that's okay. You don't have to look at your likes, views, and all that stuff to think that if you're popping or not. What's popping is your numbers, your actual numbers in the cash. How much cash are you making? How many people are trying to get it? You know, if someone tries to get a product but doesn't have the money, that's okay. They're trying. They still have that. I want that product, but I'm going to maybe save up for that. Maybe give them a discount. You know, at the beginning, you got to give back. You can't always ask for 100% of the profit. Maybe you got to give someone a 20% here. Oh, here, you know what? I'll slice my service down by 10% for this, or 20%, or 30%, or I'll give you half of the price for my service. You know what? All I ask in return is that you tell everybody about my good service. Yeah, no problem. You shake hands and that's it. That's all. You do it. You know, or you do it for free. Fuck it. You know how many more people you're gonna get because you're doing shit for free? You do things for free. You use your time and your effort and your knowledge for free. People are gonna appreciate that, and they're gonna think you're wise, because nowadays, free is the best. The best things in life are free. That's our motto. That's how our generation thinks. Forget about the old generation that thinks that free is useless and that you always have to charge. Us, things are free. Now, apps are free, but then you have in-app purchases, so you don't force the person to buy. You give them the choice. And once people have the choice, it's the devil or the angel on the shoulder that's going to make them choose. And that's not up to you. At that point, you just open up your bank accounts and you let the money flow in. So, Facebook is a very, 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 very important advertiser, because you could concentrate and you could actually pick where you want your ad to go. You know, it's very, very, very important. Facebook videos, very important. You could also target people that watch certain videos. So if you want your video to be seen in the TV shows, and it's really cool. We're gonna check that out on another episode. That's like another 2 hours of just showing you what possibilities Facebook could do. You could always go on YouTube and check it out. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. This is the Go-To podcast experience. Follow us at the Go-To Show. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Soon to be on much more social platforms such as Patreon. We are already on Twitch, but we are not active on Twitch. We're going to get our first live video very soon. You know, speaking about Twitter, who knew that Twitter came out in 2006? Yep. The first tweet was actually the 21st of March 2006. That's a long time ago. The first time, in my opinion, this was the first time Twitter was actually viewed as important, was on 15th of January 2009. The U.S. Airways flight crashed on New York's Hudson River. A photo posted to Twitter broke the news before traditional media highlights, and this highlights Twitter's role in breaking news. So ever since that day, Twitter is and has been the official news carrier. If anything happens and someone wants to know something at the instant and real time, no matter where someone is in the world, no matter how they're, if it's 11 o'clock and it's 8 hours of time less, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon for you, no matter what time, you get it real time on your device. You know at that time, then that's what happened. This is what's dropped. You could go buy the tickets. You could go buy the shoes. You could go buy this product. For artists and politicians, this is what we done. Just came out of the meeting. This is what we're gonna do. Just done this. You could post, photos, links. It's a very, very good way and traditional way. People have been using it for social marketing and social branding. In February of 2012, Twitter announced partnership with a Russian search engine called Yandex. Didn't know that. In 2013, Vine, which was acquired in 2012, was a standalone app. So Twitter bought Vine. They bought Vine for, I think, a hefty sum at that time. But Twitter was closed down in 2016. So they don't say why. I would have to look into that. That's actually a cool. We would have that. You know what? We're gonna make that an episode. The death of Vine. Sorry, the death of Vine. I'm actually really. I want to see what happened with that because Vine was huge. I remember when we were younger, I had called out Vine, and I was like, Vine is gonna be the next. Going to be the next way that people can make money, and that social media is humongously massive. And I called it out. You could ask anyone I know, anyone I know. I said that Vine, the 10-second of Vine will be used for marketing purposes, and people could monetize off that. And sure enough, even though it closed down, Instagram is in the top 3 for marketing because that's how people make money. Social bloggers, vloggers. Going is huge for that, and plus it's with Facebook for the ads, and you could use the ads in a certain way like Facebook, which we're going to show in that episode, just like Facebook. It's huge. It's actually becoming even bigger, in my opinion, than Facebook, because how I see people using Facebook and Instagram, the way that the new generation is using it, it's so much different, and we're going to explain that after. But, Twitter, as to Facebook, which Facebook is so much bigger, Twitter only has 3,900 employees. Facebook has over 33,000. Twitter, on the other hand, when they sent out their IPO in 2013, their IPO was at $26 and closed that day at 44. Now the stock as of 2019 is at 31. So if you invested when it came out at 26, you had made money. But if you had invested it when it was at $44, I think you lost money. We'll have to look into that. But it is so important, Twitter, that I feel like $31 is just, it's not even enough. And there had to have been a split. In my opinion, there had to have been a split. We're going to have to look that up. I'll get back to you on one of the comments, maybe on social media. I'll get back to you on that because this has to be a typo or something. Because it's impossible that from $44 it went down to 31 and that people are losing money on Twitter. It's just impossible. There's 326 monthly active users, but there's 1.3 billion accounts. Oof, this is actually a cool statistic. 44% of those accounts, so of the 1.3 billion, made an account and left before ever sending a tweet. That's crazy. So people did not use their accounts and did not send a tweet. So they just made an account and they left. 550 million people have sent a tweet. Unique users. Okay. 80% of active users access the site via mobile. So Twitter is more than 80% mobile. 707 is the average number of followers. So if your Twitter has less than 707 followers, there's a problem. No, that's a joke. It's just the average. 391 million accounts have no followers at all. So that's why there's that statistic. Because people have millions and millions and millions and thousands of followers. Because on Twitter, you need to follow one another to convert and understand what that person's doing in the Twitter realm. Also, journalists make up for 24% of verified accounts on Twitter. 83% of the world leaders are on Twitter. 79% of accounts are held outside of the US. So only 21% of the accounts are US, of people in the US. So Twitter is very worldwide based, and it's, like I said, it's been used as the number one use platform. So this is why politicians, journalists, such a high number of people using it. It's very useful to be on time and to be one of the first people to know things, and that's their domain of that's what their careers demand. That's what the profession demands. That's what they need to do. They need to be on time. They need to be the first. So it's no surprise that that's so big of a number. Twitter's usage. There are 500 million tweets sent each day. 6,000 tweets every second. Oh, this is cool. During the 2014 FIFA World Cup, 618,725 tweets were sent in a single minute. Just to show you how much this platform is being used. A day's worth of tweets would fill 10 million page books. It's 3 years, 2 months, and 1 day to go from the first tweet to the billionth. That's crazy. It took 3 years, 2 months, and 1 day. 3, 2, 1. That was funny. 65.8 of U.S. business companies have 100 plus employees use Twitter for marketing. This is another point. Twitter is being used for customer service. It is very, very, very important that people understand why this is important. And is that there are statistics that prove that because of this customer service and the way that Twitter, you could get everything fast and that people could connect with each other, that if you're a major brand or if you're a company and you're a brand and you use Twitter for customer service, people engage and trust you more as a business. And these numbers are 76% in cases. 76% of cases of people that have been answered from Twitter, from or any other social media for customer service related issues, 79% of them feel that the brand can be trusted more. That is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Sorry, it's 77%. Not 72, 77% of Twitter users feel more positive about the brand. %92 of tweets more than once a day, 42% tweet 1 to 5 times a day, and 19% of people tweet 6 to 10 times a day. So those 92% of the companies, they tweet at least once a day. And 55% of the top brands have over 100 followers on Twitter. The last 2 years have seen 2.5 times increase in customer service conversions on Twitter. So there are 2.5 times more conversions for customer service, and 77% of Twitter users feel more positive when they use the brand. That is crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. Instagram. So the network was bought on April 9th, 2012 for $1 billion, which is a steal in my opinion, because WhatsApp got bought for $48 billion. And Gary Vee said it too. Like Instagram was, Facebook bought Instagram and it was a steal. At the time, Instagram only had 30 million users. That's ridiculous. Instagram introduced advertisements for selective brands in October 2013, but didn't open up advertisement for all until September 15th. And then in 2016, they switched to a non-chronological feed. So basically, it goes to a feed of your followers. What you like more. In August 2016, they copied Snapchat, which they added a 24-hour story. Now there's over 2 million monthly advertisers on your Instagram. And then in 2018 June, Instagram TV, which is IGTV, is a standalone app and allows people to add longer videos. So people who use content on YouTube can now post their YouTube content on Instagram. So now Instagram is becoming the Snapchat, the Twitter, the Facebook. It's having everything all in one. Facebook is killing it with Instagram. You know, in 2015, Instagram forecasted them to bring in 10 billion in mobile ad revenues. By 2019, they could reach over 10 billion. Because in 2007, they almost made 4 billion in revenue. You know, it's not what they expected, but it's a lot of money for a company who's just started to do it. You know, Instagram has now 1 billion monthly active users. 1 billion. Facebook bought them at 30 million users. Now they're at 1 billion active users. Redonkulous. The top 3 countries who use Instagram are the United States, India, and Brazil. Over 60% of users log in daily, making it the second most engaged network after Facebook. See why it's in my top 3? 35% of US internet users are now on Instagram. 90% of Instagram users are younger than 35. Think about that. 90% of Instagram users are under 35. So, for the next generation of consumers and the people coming up, 90% of those people are all on Instagram. I mean, 100% of those people are on Instagram, and they content 90% of the app that are currently on. That is crazy. Sorry, I have a little lag. Ooh, I gotta make some coffee. This is cool. The most followed brand is National Geographic, and the most followed person currently, I think, is Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think so. I don't think that's right. I think it's The Rock, or is it Cristiano Ronaldo? You know, engagement, the statistics, there's 3.5 billion likes a day on Instagram. Over 40 billion photos have been shared. 95 million posts since 2016 have been made every day. Instagram has doubled between 2016 and 2018. Engagement with brands on Instagram is 10 times higher than Facebook, 54 times higher than Pinterest, and 84 times higher than Twitter. Think about that. So, I think we understand where I'm trying to get to with all these statistics and how Instagram is the next big thing. Next big thing. It is crazy amount how much traffic you could drive through Instagram, and how maybe you should focus on 70% of your marketing budget on Instagram and maybe 30% on Facebook. Put it maybe 20% on Facebook and then 10% on others with Twitter and other types of cards, pamphlets that you could go pass around if you're depending on your business, and so on and so forth. Posts with at least one hashtag have 12% more engagement. So if you post and you put a hashtag, you have 12% more chance of engagement. A post with a location service, with a location, receives 79% more engagement. So if you put a location, it's actually better than a hashtag. Who knew that? The average engagement per post has grown 416% compared to 2 years ago. 70% of the most used hashtags, and they're branded. So people that use hashtags are branded. So they have a certain brand that they're trying to put out. Because if you don't have a brand, you're not putting hashtags. You don't really care who sees. You just want your followers to see. But if you want to reach people, hashtags are good. But the location is even better. Putting a location in your story is even better. Who knew that? 70% they use hashtags are branded. It's like I said, it's a non-goer. It's a no-brainer. Instagram is the next wave of marketing. You're gonna see people see more ads on Instagram than on TV. People don't see ads no more on TV. No one cares about TV ads. Well, when I was a kid, you wanted to get all the new stuff because of the ads on TV. That was then. Now, all the kids spend most of their time on a tablet. Listen to this. Hold up. I have the stats right here. Give me a second. Where are the kid statistics? Come on here, kitty. So it basically, it's just stats that show that kids use more social media than adults. It's just crazy, because how do you expect these children to spend so much time on this? It's mind-boggling. It's ridiculous. It does not make sense. It's just crazy. I can't seem to find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. These are the statistics between 8-year-olds and 11-year-olds. 35% own their own smartphone, which is crazy. 47% of their own tablets. 94% watch TV. So between 8 and 11 years old, they still watch TV. So they still see the normal marketing. But they still 13th a week. 94% watch a TV on a TV set. 43% watch TV on other devices, mostly on a tablet. 74% play games for around 10 hours a week. 93% go online for almost 13 hours a week. 45% of these monthly use a tablet. 24% mostly use a mobile. 43% of the kids between 8 and 11 years old watch TV programs via OTT services like Netflix, Now TV, or Amazon Prime TV. 77% use YouTube. 75% of them use it to watch funny videos or pranks, while 58% say music videos. So kids are looking into comedy. Kids are into comedy. Kids are into these Instagrammers that are big on pranks, that are big on attention. If they capture a kid's attention, then they're making money. The music videos also. People do music. If they have to captivate this young kid's age, they have them forever. 18% have a social media profile. Still, it's 1 out of 5 kids that are between 8 and 11 years old are on social media. Now, between 12 and 15 years old, 83% have their own smartphone and 50% have their own tablet. 90% watch TV for about 13 hours a week. 62% watch TV on other devices. 76% play games for around 13 hours a week. 99% go online for 20 hours a week. 99% of 12 to 15-year-olds go online for 20 hours a week. That's almost 3 hours a day they're online. And they have a chance to look at your brand or your product or your services, or they're ready to be conformed to receive your brand or your product and service. 53% of these mostly use a mobile to go online, with 23% mostly using a tablet. 58% watch TV programs with OTT services. So 1 out of 2 kids uses Netflix or Amazon Prime Video. 89% use YouTube. That's 9 out of 10 kids use YouTube. 74% say they use it to watch funny videos, pranks, with the same proportion saying music videos. So the older they're getting, the more they're spending it on comedy and music videos. So the music business and the comedy business is the number one attraction, in my opinion, for a product, to get your product across. If you're trying to do a commercial or a product, make it funny. Make it like a prank. Prank people into thinking they're to get your product. Then you'll get from 8 to 15 years old, they'll love your prank. They'll love your product. They'll love your show. They'll love this. They'll love that. 71% who own a mobile are allowed to take it to bed with them, and 61% among tablet owners. So they could always go to bed with it. So at night, you're guaranteed you have their attention. So when do you post? In my opinion, you post in the morning, at lunch, and at night. Maybe 4 times actually. So morning, lunch, dinner, and at night before going to bed. If you could post 4 times a day, you can engage with any age of audience, which is very crazy, which is a lot. And in my opinion, it's really cool to get involved like that. Now, YouTube. Let's get into YouTube. The YouTube stats are pretty high. YouTube was activated February 14th, 2005, sorry. That's a long time ago. 6 out of 10 people prefer now YouTube over live TV. By 2025, half viewers under 32 will not subscribe to a pay TV service. In an average of 8 out of 10, 18 to 49-year-olds watch YouTube. So 80% of people between 18 and 49 watch YouTube. On mobile alone, YouTubers' research saw that they've reached 18 to 49-year-olds they've reached more 18 to 49-year-olds than any cable TV network. You can navigate YouTube in a total of 80 different languages, covering over 95% of the internet population. So over 95% of the population can be on YouTube because YouTube allows it. The platform has launched in over 91 countries. That's why YouTube is very cool. If you could generate a commercial, an ad, a brand in 80 different languages and launch it in 91 different countries, you're set. You could reach every single audience you want. You could get any single audience you want. You could sell any product you want, any service you want. There's no more staying in your city and having to compete with people in your city. This is crazy. This is right away. You could go anywhere you want in the world. The possibilities are endless. 400 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. 400 hours. We watch over 1 billion hours of YouTube videos a day, more than Netflix and Facebook combined. 70% of YouTube views come from mobile devices. The average mobile viewing session lasts more than 40 minutes. This is cool. The first video to hit 1 million views was a Nike advert featuring Ronaldinho. The video was the highest number of views is currently the music video for Despacito, with 5.1 more than over 5.8 billion views because it continues to rack up. It took Gangnam Style 5 months to hit 1 billion views. Despacito took 97 days. The time people spend watching YouTube on their TV has more than doubled in the last year. Because now TVs come with Netflix, YouTube included in them. So you don't have to buy these cable companies anymore. Your TV comes with the #1 viewed app or viewed broadcaster, which is free. And you could put your videos for free. Just get a Google account, sign in, and upload your video. Obviously, your video has to comply with the copyrights and the reasons of YouTube and the policies of YouTube. But it's free. You could put your advert, you could put your product, you could put your video, your podcast, whatever, for free on YouTube for as many times as you want. SoundCloud, you have a limit. You have to pay for unlocking your runtime. YouTube, it's free. Just like Facebook, it's all free. Everything's free. Your attention is not. Getting the attention of people is not free. That's what people are selling on, is the attention. If you can captivate people's attention, you've made it. You've made big money. You've made it. You've understood the secret. Do you understand? And YouTube can help you. And YouTube, you don't need to spend advert. You don't need to spend. But it's good to spend. But if your content is good enough, then you spend on Instagram. You spend and you have a link, and then the link brings them to your YouTube. So you get and generate views from your YouTube. People monetize from their YouTube views. People make money off of their YouTube views. They get sponsorships. A lot comes from posting on YouTube, which is a social media, and it's like an ad, but it's a free ad. That's why it's not in my top 1 primary, because it's a secondary, because we're talking about marketing, and in order to market, you need to spend money. We need to spend money. If it's not marketing, then it's just content. Content is free. Your content is free. Whatever you could put out in the world is free. You could put content out for free. Now, if you want to market it, it costs you money. Just like on YouTube, you have to spend to market it. Now, the last one, which I find is the most... it's not the last one. We didn't even talk about LinkedIn. Let's get into LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Oh my God, the best for second last. So LinkedIn was founded in 2002. In 2016, it was announced that Microsoft would buy LinkedIn for $26.2 billion. In 2003, it only had 16,000 signups in its first month. After 6 months, it was at 37K. Now LinkedIn contributed $2.3 billion in revenue for Microsoft. By the post, LinkedIn has over 450 million users, and now it's currently sitting at 562. So when it racked in 2017, it had 450 million users. So it went 150 million users over in just less than 2 years, which is a lot because it only started at 6,000 in the first month. That's crazy. So on LinkedIn, there are 562 million registered members. Now I'm going to give you a bit of the numbers, because we're in Canada. Canada is not that high in LinkedIn people. It's a bit less and a bit shy of the half of the people in the world. In Canada, there were 14 million plus people on LinkedIn. In the United States, there's 149 million people plus. Mexico, 11 million. Colombia, 6 million people on LinkedIn. Brazil, more than 33 million people. Argentina, more than 6 million people. In South Africa, there's more than 6 million people on LinkedIn. In India, there's 47 million people In China, there's more than 41 million people. In Australia, there's more than 9 million people. Now, if you look around in Europe, around Europe, Ireland. Okay, let's get into Europe. There's France, which is 15 million. Italy, more than 11 million. In Spain, more than 10 million. Netherlands, more than 7 million. Belgium, more than 3 million. Portugal, more than 2 million. Romania, more than 2 million. Sweden, more than 3 million. United Kingdom, more than 25 million. So people are using LinkedIn, and now you could use content. LinkedIn has content. It has, LinkedIn usage stats. 106 million people access the site on a monthly basis. LinkedIn acquired SlideShare for $199 million, and it acquired Pulse in 2014 for $90 million. Bright.com, Lynda.com. I know you've heard about Lynda.com. 64% of social referrals to corporate websites come from LinkedIn. So this is very important economically, because for once now, people, it's never been more easy to get a job. If you have a degree, if you're worth something and you know it, and you could put this on paper, and on paper people could see your worth, go on LinkedIn. You'll find someone in that where you want to work, and it's right. You don't have to get out of your house. You could do it on your phone. So instead of spending 30 minutes, because we all spend 30 minutes a day on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, 30 minutes a day, just focus it on your LinkedIn account. Post content. If you're a business, if you're a service, if you're a human being, if you're self-employed, and you use LinkedIn and you use content, you could get to those people. If you're a business and you use LinkedIn, if you're a manager, you could communicate just with your employees and make them feel like they're worth something, because it's like an employee on employee communication content. It's in my opinion, it's remarkable what you could do with it. It's remarkable. LinkedIn gets its revenue from 4 areas of its business: talent solution, which is recruitment; marketing solutions, which is ads; premium subscriptions; and learning solutions, which are trainings. It is insane what you could do on LinkedIn. It is the most. It's, in my opinion, it's the next big thing. It's the next big thing. We've heard Gary talk about it. We've heard everyone who's into the motivational speaking about how to run a business. They're saying LinkedIn is the way to go. If you want to get a job and you have a degree and you can't find a job, go on LinkedIn. Move your ass. Let's get out of there. If you go out and meet people on LinkedIn, you look professional. Make a nice profile. Don't put these stupid pictures of yourself when you think you look good. Get dressed. Ask someone to take a picture of you on the wall. Get dressed in your best suit and take a picture. And post it as your LinkedIn profile and act professional. Post content of your business, of your profile, of your service, whatever you do. If you do makeup, post. It's the most important thing to do, is to just post. You need to post. Content is the number one thing in the world. Number one thing is content. You could talk forever. Podcasting is amazing. Podcasting, vlogging, every day posting, like I said, at least 4 times a day. And those 4 times, people are going to see that you're constant. That consistency is the key. And LinkedIn, you could stay consistent in a professional manner. If you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, and you need to, a real estate agent, and you want to get to people, if you need to be, if you're looking for people who are construction workers, get on LinkedIn. It's an easy way to get a job. If you're not a social worker, if you're an individual construction worker, laborer, if you are in a trade and you do things by yourself and you're self-employed and you have your own truck, get on LinkedIn. You could, when you go see a client and you need to redo their floor, and the guy is a massive doctor and he went to school, obviously there's a certain, how do I say this? The guy might not be on Instagram, the guy might not be on Facebook. So if you were trying the normal methods of marketing it might not appeal to him. But if you go and approach him with your LinkedIn profile and you have LinkedIn content, because he's definitely on LinkedIn if he's a big businessman, if he's a big lawyer, if he's a big, heavy corporate person who's not used to dealing with someone who's self-employed because he has to take care of 500 people. He's a CEO, a CFO, or someone like that. You go and approach them with a LinkedIn and you have content on LinkedIn. Now you're talking. Now this guy is seeing a very professional way. You know what I mean? Now you just gained someone's attention for 10 minutes, serious attention. And this guy could probably get you a big contract, and not only that, his friends too, because once he thinks you did a good job, then this guy has time to talk. He's not working 12 hours a day. If he is working 12 hours a day, he's on the phone with his buddy. And he's telling his buddy, oh, this guy did a really good job at my house. Next thing you know, 5 years later, his buddy needs it. Hey, man, who's the guy who did your floor? Yeah, this guy did. Here's his LinkedIn profile. Boom. There you go. With LinkedIn. Guy's not going to give you his Instagram, Facebook profile. You know what I mean? It's just a way to change how people see us nowadays. It's to be more professional. LinkedIn is not for fun. It's basically for your job. It's serious. So if your job is serious and you're trying to feed someone, if you're trying to put money in your pocket in the bank, then use something that's serious, in my opinion. That's something to consider. It's something to consider about LinkedIn. Now, the last one of the secondary top 3, Snapchat. Here's a fun fact. Snapchat was originally called Peekaboo when it was launched in 2011. I remember that. It was rebranded to Snapchat that same year. On May 12th, the app was processing 25 images a second. By 2013, it was 4,500 per second. Snapchat servers adds to users in 2014. Snapchat goes public in March of 2017, only raising $3.4 million. The company currently employs over 3K of people. Unskippable ads were introduced to the platform in 2018, which everyone who's on Snapchat knows that they're a pain in the ass, that you can't skip through them. But you still watch them. And usually they're movies, so you're always captivated. You're always watching and you're always down. It's usually one of these subscribe to Snapchat channels, which is pretty cool in my opinion. You don't see I don't see much useless ads on Snapchat, which is obviously very cool because people would get fed up of it. Snapchat's average revenue per user, its ARPU, is 1.53 as of 2017. Its highest in North America was $2.75, in Europe it was 67 cents, and the rest of the world was 56 cents. In 2017, Snapchat took $825 million in revenue and doubled that from the year of 2016. So it's probably in May of 2015, Snapchat shares were worth $10.95. When they came out on the market, they were $27.09. So people lost money on that. But I still think that Snapchat is undervalued. A lot of investors in the investor world say it also. It's just a matter of time before Snapchat gets either acquired. In my opinion, they're either going to get acquired or they're going to come out with something crazy, some AR that's going to change the way you use your phone and the way people can communicate with each other. I feel like Snapchat is waiting. They're trying to juice out right now the most they can, and then once they've juiced enough, I think they're gonna step to the next step, and they're gonna revolutionize just like they did when they came out with the video of Snapchat. Snapchat has 187 million active users, which is a lot. There are 80 million in North America, 60 million in Europe, and 47 million in the rest of the world. So it's basically modern society. So modern trends, modern music, international. It's not very international like Twitter. You saw the difference of Twitter, of how North America didn't really populate Twitter. In this, you see that almost 50% of Europe and the rest of the world combined. Europe and the rest of the world combined is almost as big as North America. So North America still is big in Snapchat as to Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, which is very much more worldwide. On average, people spend 34.5 minutes per day on Snapchat and send 34.1 messages a day. Over 2 million snaps are sent every minute. The peak time for Snapchat stories is Saturday. Users mostly use the app to message each other. As of May 15, 2008, the longest Snapchat streak was 1,120 snaps. After explaining to you guys all of this, I just want to explain my take on what you should do with these I'll say top 6 apps, which are used for exposing your brand, exposing your service, exposing your product. Facebook, in my opinion, should be used for your Facebook page, where you could have events, major calendar things. If you want to be organized, if your business needs to be organized, where you have shows. So if you're a comedian, if you're an artist, if you need to show people your schedule, if your schedule doesn't need to be secret, if someone asks, then you tell them, okay, like a real estate agent, are you free on this day? Like a notary, are you free on this day? No, if you could keep your schedule private, then this does not concern you. If you have to show people your schedule, I would suggest using Facebook, and at the same time, I would put ads and mostly videos, no pictures, because people engage much more on videos and on Facebook than pictures. Pictures is an old thing. If you want to put pictures, I would suggest you put it on Twitter and then Instagram. If not, I don't think it's important to put pictures on Snapchat. If you want to, you could put it. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying that it's a waste of time, because you could focus on Instagram and then use the Instagram tab for Facebook, so you could it automatically posts for you. So you could focus more your time of a picture. If you want to post a picture and try and figure out what you need to do, use that on Instagram, and then it sends it right away to Facebook. So if you want to spend time on advertising on Facebook, like I said, if you use a schedule, use Facebook a lot more than others. If you have videos, if you're a constant video maker, if you are daily, like myself, a daily podcaster, Facebook is good, because you not only could you go live, people can interact with you live, but they could interact with your feed. So every day, if you're daily active and you constantly daily post content, you post it on your feed, because if people, once they start watching you, they're always going to see you, and they're always going to get involved, and they're always going to have your feed in their, that's the way it works. What else could you use Facebook for? If you're professional, you could always use Facebook, but it's very hard to switch your original Facebook, where everyone knows you, to your professional Facebook. If you make another one, it's kind of hard, because people don't really look at that on Facebook. They don't look at the news on Facebook. They basically look through their feed, and whatever their feed has, they look at the videos. That's what I think people do. Instagram. If you're a business person where you have a product brand, pictures are very important on Instagram, because it's like a portfolio. It's people look at your profile and they could go through your portfolio. If you're a photographer, it's like I said, it's a portfolio. It's your work. You could show your work. You could post videos as much as pictures, because if you're a photographer, how do videos take into place of your picture? If you're a landscaper, taking a picture of before and after. The fact that now photos, you could put multiple photos in one. You could put a slideshow in a photo. That's very key. Before and after, if you're a makeup artist, before and after. If you're a hairdresser, before and after. If you're a construction worker where you build stuff, tiles, if you do wood floors, before and after. Before, during, and after. You could show people the work. As to someone who does a service, you could show the service. Bloggers, influencers, you could use photos, videos. Where are you? Post your location. You could use a story. You could have people engage with you all day long for as long as you want. It's just how much content are you willing to put out. If you're a business and you just post once a day, randomly, whenever you want to, you might not get these people to come and listen to you. It's very important that you understand this. That if on Facebook, people on Facebook go on Facebook, watch the videos, and they get fed up of it. On Instagram, it's constantly endless. It's becoming Facebook. The way it's made, Facebook bought Instagram. They're using their Facebook, what was good about Facebook, what people are addicted to Facebook, and they're putting it in Instagram. The feeds, the way the feed works, if you click something, then it'll give you other suggestion videos, suggestion photos. If you have a suggestion of someone, well, then maybe you like this person. It's crazy. So all you need to do is categorize yourself, brand yourself, hashtag yourself, and put yourself out there in that location. People in that, if you're giving your audience and who you want to attract some content to look at and be addicted to, then they're going to get addicted to it. It's just a matter of time. It's just now it's on your product. Now it's on your service. Obviously, if you do a before and after job and it looks horrible, you're probably not going to get any customers or clients. But if you do an amazing job and you're able, maybe hire a photographer. It costs you, $50 to have someone fucking come? Take a picture before and after. That $50, if it's professionally edited and professionally done, could probably bring you in 5 to 10 clients. Not 1,000 clients, 5 to 10 clients. Yeah, in a summer, 5 to 10 clients. Each client giving you $1,000, $5,000 to $10,000 off of a $50 spend. Hello. Maybe spend $200, make a commercial. You're a boss. I understand. You're gonna have your workers working in the back. They're working, and you say, a commercial. Us, we work hard. This and that. We're young. We're in the community. Give back to the community. Make people see what you're doing. See your business. That's the most important thing. One time, what I did for one of my friends, it's funny. He had a landscaping business. Two of my friends, shouts out to Tino and Michael. They had a landscaping company, and what we did to get customers was we went on Google Maps. We printed out the Google Maps with a certain radius, so like that you could see the streets and how many houses are on those streets. And what we basically did is that with a pen, we did a maze. We did the best route possible with someone, or alone or double, because there's two sides of the street, and we gave out flyers. I think I brought out over 14,000 flyers in less than a month. I did on average 100 flyers an hour. And then if those 100 people, one person said yes, because we ended up getting 40 new clients. Which, anyways, long story short, happened. Wasn't really good for me, because I ended up having to do more work. It was good for them because they made more money. But it's just to show you how one little stupid idea, if you actually executed it properly. I had the idea of going in these areas. I had the idea of doing these routes. We ended up getting 40 new customers and clients. I would ring the doorbell, put the thing, no one answered. If someone did answer, here's, explain. It works. If you do the time, if you send the content is the flyer. If you and we would put the flyer in a certain way that they would see that someone put something on their in their mailbox. I put it half in and half out. So they had to touch it. They didn't just open the thing and say, oh, there's mail, okay, fuck it, close it. Or open it, oh, it's a friend and flyer with all my mail, fuck it. What is this? They take the flyer and they open it. Landscaping, okay. They saw it, they read it, they saw it, landscaping, boom. It's in their brain before any other thing. So maybe they put it on the counter and, a couple of weeks later, I remember we did it in May, a couple of weeks later, it's starting to get hot, the fucking grass is getting long. What do they call? Oh, fuck, I remember that company, we had a fucking pamphlet. Where's the pamphlet? They didn't throw it. And they found it. That's basically how Instagram works. If you go to each person, if you put a hashtag, a location, you post 4 times a day, you put a story, you put a highlight, you post a picture, a video, and a commercial, and you put an ad, then you're reaching a lot of people, and everyone's on that. Everybody is on Instagram. Everybody. Do you understand? And if someone clicks on podcast, if you do an ad for podcasting or whatever, then you will get people for podcasting. If you do an ad because your picture sponsors a service for, like, let's say nails, then anyone who's been looking at nails or hashtag of nails or looked for businesses for nails, they're going to see you. It does not matter how many people follow you and how many people you follow. If you, I'm witnessed, okay, on my personal account, some people, they use empathy and emotions to make you add them and follow them. But after that, they don't engage with you anymore. Once they add you, they come on, they comment a nice comment on your picture or photo that looks nice product. And then you're like, oh, you know what? This person's nice. Let me go follow them. You follow them. And then that's it. And then the person, that's all they wanted was a follow. But why not, if that person would re-engage with the person that followed them because of the emotional follow, then that person might engage more with you. Might see your post and be like, oh shit, I remember when he wrote back to me. That's cool. A blogger, if the blogger writes back, take the time, take 3-4 hours of your day, answer the DMs. Instagram is important for people with brands, businesses, services, and people you need contacts for. It's probably the number 1. The number 3, Twitter. Twitter is good for links. Twitter is good for if you post products where time is of the essence. If Twitter is good if you post news. So if you're, hair, like I said, like as an example, hairdresser. This just in for today only. Have a 4-hour, it's 2:00 in the afternoon. The next 2 people canceled on you. You have a 4-hour gap of no clients. You're not going to post on Facebook. You're not going to post on Instagram. Well, actually, I'm going to take that back. You will post on Instagram because now there's stories, which is kind of like a daily feed like Twitter. But Twitter, if you post it right away, people get a notification of your post that you post something if you're constantly looking at them. So, boom, 4 hours in, come get your haircut, 20% off. Someone might look at that and say, 20% off. I don't need a haircut, but it's 20% off. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go get my haircut. If you would just say haircut, okay, I don't need a haircut, and they just move on. But if you entice them with that money issue, maybe they might take the time and rethink about it. And plus, that you're telling them that you're available, you're the go-to. So not only did you convince them that they have to get that service, but that you convince them that you're available for that service, which is pretty cool. Now, you could also post pictures, videos, but the most important thing is links. Links on Twitter, links. You share it. It's a crazy way to post links, and people, bang, easily see the link. Bang, you notify someone of a link. Boom, new product. Here, link, new hoodie. If you sell hoodies, you sell clothes, you sell apparel, anything, bang, right away, boom. Got a new link, here's the link. You sell trainings, you sell courses, you sell different ways of doing things. Boom, new training available. You have a podcast, boom, new podcast available. Here's the link. Have a new house for sale. Here's the link. Have a new pair of nails. Here's the link. New hairdresser in the salon. Here's the link. Just got in and just learned a new tile. This, boom, link. Look at the picture. Look at this. Look at my Instagram profile. Look at the before and after. Link on Twitter. Twitter is link. Instagram is content, constant content. Facebook is when you need a schedule. Snapchat is strictly video content. If you're a vlogger, if you need people to constantly look at what you're doing, influencers, you use Snapchat. If you do construction, if you could show people your product or business and it's basically constant content. If you build something and it takes 5 days to build, you have 5 days of content to show for how you do your job properly. If you do the pave in the backyard, why don't you film how you contain the mess? Look how we contain the mess. It might make someone come and say, you know what? I like the way you did not make a mess while you made that. I want you to come to my house. Or I like the end product of how you changed that ugly ass pave and you made this. I want to hire you. Obviously, you have the word of mouth. Everyone's always had the word of mouth of you know this person. But why don't you get the person that now could see you? You could reach out and grab that person. If you're shy and you can't go door to door, because going to door is the best way to do it. It shows you're professional. You show yourself professionally. It's the best way for that. But if you could go and grab that person's attention, like I said before, you're flying. You're amazing. You've done it. You've made it. Now, last but not least, LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I have one word to say for that. Professionalism. If you need to be professional on LinkedIn, it should be your number one choice. You should not be on Facebook. You should not be on Twitter. You should not be on... If you had to be on one social media and your job is very professional and you have to stay professional, you go to work with a suit and tie. You don't have to be in a suit and tie. I'm just saying suit and tie, meaning like it's very professional, and you have to, it depends on your reputation and all that stuff. Because you could be a bad person but do an excellent job cutting grass. People will hire you cutting grass even though you're an asshole. That has nothing to do. But no one's gonna, if you're a psychologist and you're an asshole, no one's gonna hire you because it doesn't go. You have to be professional. If you're a doctor, no one likes a doctor that's smoking a cigarette. You know what I mean? Or a lawyer that's late. No one likes that. If you're a professional, use LinkedIn. It's number one. Because any job, any service, like I said, any service, brand, product, you need to socially market it. You need to use ads. You need to advertise what you have to give to someone. What do you want to trade? What do you want to barter? I want your attention. Here's my product. Buy my product. Give you more attention. You get more of my product. I give you more attention. More attention, more you want my product. More you want my product, more I want money, more you get a good job. If you don't do a good job, no chance you succeed in this. No chance you succeed. Spend all the money you want on Facebook. You're going to get more and more and more and more clients, but more and more and more people won't like you. If you do a good job, you should honestly try socially marketing. Don't listen to the old mentors. They don't know what they're talking about. People are switching. Now, LinkedIn, if you're not professional, also, you could use it. Like I said before, when I was talking about LinkedIn, if you're not professional, you could look professional to someone who is professional, someone who might look down on you because they're like, they might think they're better. You don't get, who gives a shit? You know what? Like, who cares if that person is looking down to you? You just want that fucker's money. That's how I think. When someone, when I used to work, well, I still do work, but like when I work and someone pisses me off, I'm laughing in my head because I'm getting paid for you to piss me, for you to be pissed off. I'm paid right now. I'm getting paid. If I'm not getting paid, well, I'm going to either get mad and pull my view across, or I'm going to just simply walk away like my mom always told me, because you don't have to give your time. Time is money. So you're going to waste your money, you're going to waste your time on someone who's making you angry, frustrated. That's not going to help you. That's negative. No, thank you. Anyways, back to the point. Point is that even though this person might look down on you, you have a chance of maybe looking professional for this person. And this person might change around the way they look at you simply because of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a way for you to get out of that not seriousness that social media brings, because social media, as it could be positive, it could be negative. You know, you could post a photo of your work and a hashtag in the area, and then some dumbass posts, look at this douche trying to be a next this, that. Your fucking work sucks, man. That's not good for business, but you know, there is going to be negativity on these places. Not on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you definitely won't find someone with a profile with a picture of, you know, a salesman say, "Yo, bro, your shit stinks." No chance. No chance. This shit is too professional, like I said. It's a good professional, work-oriented. So people on LinkedIn only think about money and work. They're very professional. There's no fucking around. There's no videos of a dog or a cat jumping around. There might be one, but it might have a point towards a job, towards a business, towards a product, towards a sale, towards a service. So if you're trying to move away from that social media not seriousness, LinkedIn might be the way to go. You know, after an hour and a half of talking and putting all these statistics and explaining to everyone how important social marketing is, I hope I've got my point across. I hope you could clearly understand that, you know, this is how you need to move forward. This is how you're going to generate more business. This is how advertisement is going. This is where it's going. This is how we're going to get there. This is how you're going to become rich. You want to put in work somewhere where it's easy. You could sit down on your fucking couch. I'm at home right now and I'm delivering you content on multiple areas. Do you understand? You could be doing it right now. Before going to work, you could take the time and give content to people, and people will understand. You know, that's what's so important. People don't understand that social marketing is the way to go. Just do it. Man, it's so much easier than anyone thinks. I would like to thank everyone who's listening to me right now. I would like to thank everyone for tuning into the Go-To podcast. And if you are not subscribed, subscribe. Subscribe on Anchor. Subscribe on Castbox. Subscribe to us on Spotify podcasts, on SoundCloud. Tune in very soon into Apple Podcasts and subscribe to us. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us at The Go-To Show on Twitter, Facebook page, at The Go-To Show on Instagram, at The Go-To Show on Snapchat. We're waiting. What are you waiting for? Tune in. Daily content, daily news, daily information, daily what's up. Soon we're going to have the Go-To Sports Show. Soon we're going to have the Go-To Finance Show. We're making moves. What are you doing? Make moves. I used to be sitting on my couch. I used to be waking up, smoking a joint, not giving a fuck about nothing. Now I'm doing stuff. Now I'm up. I'm learning. I'm retaining knowledge. I'm showing you the knowledge. I'm explaining you information that's very key to the survival and the development of the evolution, if you want to say, of your business, of your product, of your brand. You're capable of, and I'm sure of it. If you listen to my directions and you use these programs, these profiles, these apps properly. You know, if you want to DM me on Twitter, if you want to DM me on Instagram at The Go-To Show, or follow me as the host at The Famous, you know, you could DM me and I'll give you my point of view on certain things if you need help. Like I said, soon we're going to show you how to do the ads. We're going to have a visual experience where we're going to show you How do we do these ads? How do we do it? I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, The Famous, and this is the Go-To Podcast. I appreciate you, every single one of you, for tuning in. Thank you and welcome. Welcome to the new era of information. This is the way that you will grow. This is the way that knowledge will be spread, and we're going to help you. If you want an interview, if we want us to interview you, we're doing free interviews for the next year. Anyone who's in the Montreal area, if you want to do it visually, on Skype, whatever, if you're tuning in and you want an interview, DM us, message us, email us at the go-to-podcastexperience@gmail.com. Message us and we will get you on this podcast. We want to show people more knowledge, more information, more people. We want to get people out there. I was looking at the Joe Rogan Experience, and I am so intrigued by how this man portrays people and how he's the new Larry King. You know, Larry King is old. He's not good. It's done. It's finished. No one watches TV anymore. Only old people watch Larry King. The new Larry King is Joe Rogan. And I'm going to create a Joe Rogan in all of us. You don't have to be famous to be part of this. This is the go-to show. You got to go to it. The go-to. We're going to have everything. We're going to have, how do you do this? How do you do that? Where do you do this? Why do you do this? How do you do it? What is that black hole? What does this mean? What is the next thing in astrophysics, astrology? You know, what is Elon Musk doing? We're going to get all this to you. We're going to get the news, everything. This is just the beginning, man. Wait until we got that go-to finance show. Wait until we got that to astrology show. Wait until we got that go-to sports show. Shit's going to be hype, man. Shit's going to be hype. And if you're on your ass and you're sitting down, I hope you're listening, because your attention has never been more wanted.
Monday.com is a team management tool that changed my life.
You know, it's very important for certain people to understand that life is easier than you think it is. So enjoy. This is the new song. I like it. It's called The Recipe, from a big Bum B, Texas Houston Trilla, Memphis Trilla, and Sauce Walker, the new guy. And we out.
Know what I'm talking about?
The Go-To Podcast is out, baby. We splash.
GMB.
These bitches are stressing me, these diamonds impressing me. Every rapper wanna drip flavor like a twin, cause I got the recipe. I remember riding Bluebird to the pen, now I'm Roy Little Seats. Not the bitch playing top golf on I-10 and make some more jelly feet. I got the recipe, these bitches are stressing me, these diamonds impressing me. Every rapper wanna drip flavor like a twin, cause I got the recipe. I remember riding Bluebird to the pen, now I'm Roy Little Seats. Not the bitch playing top golf on I-10 and make some more jelly feet. I got the recipe. My soda is medicated, my chopper is decorated. I'm splashing diamonds on bracelets. We went and tatted our faces just to show that we done made it. I ain't dropped music in 7 months, but I'm on top of your playlist. I ain't dropped music in 7 months, but I'm still ballin' like baby. You niggas tall as y'all baby ballin'. I bought a Roy and that bitch crawlin'. I poured a bite on it and hit the wallin'. I ate some shit cooked on Bourbon Street. I broke a bitch off of Bourbon Street. She was looking, see my flavor savage, trying to find a purpose, not just work the streets. You was nervous, geeked on burgers, tired of gain his workers, now she work for me. She gon' make a nigga hurt for me. Lace them heels up and twerk for me. She never wanna lose me, certainly. Boy, desert ain't deserting me. These bitches are stressing me, these diamonds impressing me. Every rapper wanna drip flavor like a twin, cause I got the recipe. I remember riding Bluebird to the pen, now I'm Roy Little Seats. Not the bitch playing top golf on I-10 and make some more jelly feet. I got the recipe, these bitches are stressing me, these diamonds impressing me. Every rapper wanna drip flavor like a twin, cause I got the recipe. I remember riding Bluebird to the pen, now I'm Roy Little Seats. Not the bitch playing top golf on I-10 and make some more jelly feet. I got the recipe.
Big bun, I'm a big nigga, keeping big heat with a big trigger. Got a squad game, man, I'm a wig splitter. Put a couple holes in your heel figure. Been trill and they talking about clothes. Take no shit off of niggas or hoes. Still come down on caddy and foes. Biff in the grill, slamming Cadillac doors. Always get chose cause they still choose. Haters talk down but they will lose. Disrespect me, you gon' feel blues. That's nothing fake, boy, that's real news. Cause these are the facts, homie. You make a play, you get taxed, homie. I'm keeping nothing but racks on me. And they sitting taller than Shaq, homie. We getting bread like we sunbeam. Shining so hard you need sunscreen. Wanna be down, we need something green. If you gon' be on Walker and Buns team. Haters talk down and they stressing me. You will never get the best of me. Play with your life if you testing me. Cause niggas know I got the recipe. I got the recipe.
Niggas stressing me, these diamonds impressing me. Every rapper wanna drip flavor like a twin, cause I got the recipe. I remember riding Bluebird to the pen, now I'm Roy Little C's. Not the bitch playing Top Golf on I-10 and make some more jellyfish. I got the recipe, these bitches are stressing me, these diamonds impressing me. Every rapper wanna drip flavor like a twin, cause I got the recipe. I remember riding Bluebird to the pen, now I'm Roy Little C's. Not the bitch playing Top Golf on I-10 and make some more jellyfish. I got the recipe.